Jay Gann, Safety and Security Chair. Call this meeting to order. Let's stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Play ball.
All right. Roll call. So start this in, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Laura Leroy Gateway.
Yeah, Jay Gann, Safety and Security.
Ed Crawford, committee member.
John J.P. Morbito, committee member. Nash LP.
Carol Hancock, GSCDD.
Bob Gephardt, GSCDD.
And Hedges, PFAC.
Rich Glover, Safety and Security.
Lynn Zimmerman, Safety and Security.
Jennifer Nisanoff, Safety and Security.
Tricia Zimmerman, PPAC.
I'll introduce him as some.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
We don't have any public comments.
No public comment?
Nope.
Okay, let's go to approval of minutes. Does anyone have any questions on the minutes or corrections? Okay, we have a motion,
Motion to approve the minutes.
a second,
Ted Crawford, second.
all in favor?
Aye.
So that was Lynn and Ted?
Yeah.
Okay. We have to try to remember to say who does the motions.
Motions, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the financial report. Oh, shoot. Let me find it here quick. And somehow it got missed. It's done. It's been out in the thing.
saw the one that said through March.
I sent it to you the other day. You guys in there. This is through, this is March, April.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to get to the April. I'll send out the April ones. They are done. That's weird. Okay.
Okay.
I'll get that to you guys. I can't pop into my SharePoint too easy from here.
Any questions, comments right now? Rich?
Ask a question, Rich Glover.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an appropriate time, but I was talking to Paul about two more poles, no monitors, two more poles down on the other end of the boulevard. Because there's a severe traffic violation program issue down there. The police are telling me. Stop signs going over the bridge to Viadana. And then from that stretch up to the three-way stop at Cypress Grove. So, yeah, so when you go over the bridge going back to Palazzo, that 15-mile-an-hour zone, we're not talking about that. We're talking about on this side of the bridge, at the stop sign there. There's severe violations there
On Pelican?
on the boulevard, Pelican Preserve Boulevard.
Huh.
And so I was just wondering, in next year's budget, we could afford a couple of more poles to put in there, and I will be moving the poles from Prado over there every couple months and sharing them.
Moving on, we can pull.
Moving them on, no, we'll get the permanent poles that you'll put in, which are fabulous, by the way.
Yeah, we
So-
can talk about that.
So
Yeah.
just putting a bug in the ear.
All right.
Which are those polls? Do you remember? Oh, sorry.
I must have just forgot to change the month at the top. Here we go, April.
Sorry.
No.
Do you remember how much those polls are?
I want to say lock, stock and
Okay.
barrel was like
Maybe just-
1,600 bucks.
It's in
Oh,
there.
okay.
It is April.
Okay.
Yeah, I just.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not huge.
Okay, no questions on that. We can go to quick hits. I think here on the lighting project, the tree trimming, issue, we're just waiting for a vendor scheduled date
What?
for trimming, tree trimming. All right, sorry. Okay, regarding on the Florida Power and Light project, just issues remaining, just tree trimming. PO's issued. We're just waiting for a vendor date to do the trimming.
Yep.
Sod replacement. She went before the landscape committee. I don't know if he approved it or not. Yeah,
I'm assuming they did.
yeah,
What are
I would
those-
think they would.
what are those yellow ties in some of those?
They've marked poles that need touch up. We got
I was
scrapes
wondering.
put
Yeah.
in, so clean, a little paint touch up to make them look new.
Very nice.
Good.
Okay, we'll talk about patrols later.
Pressure washing, we're just waiting until
Just waiting.
next fiscal. Yep.
Okay,
I'll talk about the next one during my, unless you want to do it now, I was planning to talk about it during my staff update.
now let's go ahead right now. We can,
Okay, we did get the bids were opened yesterday. I have the numbers, but we can't, we're still under the cone of silence, which means you guys can't talk about it, can't discuss it, any of that until Tetra Tech delivers their letter of recommendation. They're reviewing everything right now, making sure all the bids are complete, and then they'll issue their letter of recommendation. I can tell you that you'll be pleasantly surprised. We were pleasantly surprised. This is the second time. And ironically, both times it was in Pelican that the bids came in under what the engineer was estimating. So the bids ranged anywhere from just a little over $394,000 up to $655,000. So there were two that were very close, Southern Striping and Preferred Materials. They were like right around $395,000, and your budget, I think, is 400. So that's an all in. So they had a base bid, and then the alt one, which was, I had Randy remind me, the bicycle lane striping, and then the restriping of the roadways. So that's all in. That's the mill and pave, the stripe, and all the striping. So that all came in under $400,000 for the two lowest bidders. But again, Tetra Tech is reviewing it, and then we'll discuss this at your special meeting next week as selection advisory committee. So
and they'll be up, should be for review a couple of days before the meeting now.
yeah, I think Randy's working on it right now. We're just waiting to get the letter from Tetra Tech because we can't, we want to give that all to you at one time. Since they were just received yesterday afternoon, they need a little bit of time to get on them.
Sure. Okay, the next one, the Prado Pistoia, it's part of that contract,
Yep. And same with the next one.
and staying with the road markings. Street signs replacements.
That one, I think we're just waiting till closer to the end of the fiscal year.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, we'll wait to and get through the projects and see where we are at money wise. I'd like to see if possible to finish that project. And so we go into the new year, with a clean
New budget year.
new budget year.
yep.
Sorry.
And then it would just be whatever you would have to replace, or if something gets damaged that you would have to account for next year.
Jay,
Yes.
on that, street signs, Jay and I met with all the staff over there on, because the Boulevard, the Pelican Boulevard and the bicycle lane actually introduced some new code requirements. And so some of the signs that we have aren't in compliance with the current code, and so they have to bring, some of that project is then, bringing it up to code, so some of the signs are being removed. One of the things that we asked Paul to do was step to look and say, what would it take to bring all of the signage up to code, the current code in Pelican? Because each of the roundabouts are signed differently and don't meet the current.
Yeah, the federal manual
roundabouts and things. So
updated.
they're gonna take a look at that and.
When we do it once, do it once, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Get it done.
that's the intent.
Yeah.
It's good.
But there are some signs that have already gone away because of that. And
Right.
which may be good because then we can reuse those poles and stuff somewhere else if we don't need them.
The big ones that was noticeable to people were the pedestrian golf cart crossings within a controlled intersection.
Right.
You can't have like a pedestrian crossing sign at the intersection where there's stop signs.
It's specifically in the new code.
So it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's,
It's like the share the road signs are gone. Code wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took them out
Oh,
on the update because of confusion about
okay,
what they mean, they
okay.
apply to and so forth. So they took them out of the code. I mean, this is the national code over all the states.
Must be whatever's followed.
Well, and then when the bike lane go in, it's a bike lane, bicycles only. So share the road.
Okay.
Okay.
The next one with the FTE, we're just leaving the ball in their court at this point. We're not poking to get more information. I'm assuming that last bill is not going to be paid at this point. So they're not making a great effort to substantiate it, and we have nothing to substantiate it, so it's pretty much on them right now. I'm pretty sure we'll probably just take that off. I'm considering it done.
Okay. Bridge inspection program. Paul's gonna be working on it over the next couple of months. He's met with a vendor. Goal is to come up with a continuing services contract.
We're gonna try to stagger the inspections so that you guys don't get hit with a big bill all at once, but making sure that everything stays within the proper time for when they need to be inspected. So that way you're not paying like a huge chunk of money and then a few years with nothing, and then you have a huge chunk of money. So we're trying to spread it out to make sure everything gets looked at when it needs to get looked at with the least impact to your wallet.
Okay. Any questions?
Does that include the bridge over by, I'm turned around, I think it's that way, over to Chenza? It does not
It's not
include,
ours.
that's
Yeah,
not ours? Oh, who owns that one?
That bridge is owned by the golf.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Association.
Yeah.
Deep in negotiations.
Okay, yeah, I heard something about it yesterday. I didn't quite follow the,
Yes,
okay,
ever since we said not ours, so.
okay.
Bridges are the Pelican Reserve Bridge down past Sevilla,
Yeah. Mhm.
and the one at Casella, which is actually culvert. And Fredo, Pistoia, there's a culvert.
Okay.
So those are our committee's responsibility.
The road bridge, then there's the 4 cart bridges down the shore.
Those 4 cart bridges are On's responsibility.
Okay.
Because they're part of the boardwalk, so.
Okay, thanks for the clarification.
So the your board of directors for your community association updates you every board meeting on the status of that bridge.
I heard something about it yesterday and I didn't, when I heard the golf cart club, I thought maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one or it just, it didn't click. It just seemed so wrong place.
Runs from, the golf course or whatever, where they come in by Vincenza.
Okay, oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, it runs all the way around to the butterfly garden.
Oh, that's all golf?
That's all golf.
And after the butterfly garden, Pelican Reserve's over. So thank you, WCI, for how they laid out the other.
Okay, now I understand the WCI reference from yesterday. Okay.
The
Yeah.
golf course owns that bridge, and the golf course owns most of the property behind the Bogey's.
Mhm.
And so for some reason, they don't want to repair it for paint.
Okay.
Then why don't you give it up?
Oh, they're willing to. Nobody's jumping up to say it's mine.
So
WCA is trying to
now
look down.
the golf course has been sold to a corporation. So
Yeah,
now you
yeah.
can't deal with anybody. Golf,
Yeah, it's a big deal.
you have to deal with.
Yeah, management. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're busy acquiring other golf courses.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll get it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, okay,
All right.
thank you.
Next item.
I guess this all kind of ties together. Rich had sent some stuff over. The agenda item started with me after the incident with, on the golf course where somebody had come to the gatehouse looking for an AED. We do not have one at the gatehouse. I reached out to the Red Cross because I found that appeared to be the most cost-effective place I could find to get an AED with a cabinet and everything. So that's the quote that's attached here. I actually got that through the Red Cross. That's my portion of it. So this will be like, I guess if you want to do that discussion first, because the rest of this is more just like an informational, there's no formal vote or anything that'll be required on it.
Discuss on it.
Discuss the the AED. I mean, so all in, they did throw in as long as I order it by the end of June, we'll get the cabinet for free. So it's $1,700 for the AED and the cabinet, which is actually pretty good because that's a little less than we actually paid for ours from where I normally get them. So
Okay, and budget line,
that's a TBD. You guys have that other, and we could put it there. Because that's meant to just as a slush fund for things that aren't in the act. You have plenty. So that would be my recommendation, would just be to put it under other.
other for now.
Okay.
Okay,
Purchase that. So.
Rich, you had a listing of AEDs.
Yes.
And the incident happened. We'll have to go over the incident in a minute.
Yes.
But EGRET 7. So which one's the closest to EGRET 7? It doesn't look like there's one anywhere close.
Okay, where's the,
So the yard house would be the logical place for that.
Yes, because there's no access to one outside of those
Right.
fences, gates. So at the
The golf course rest stations are about midway.
Yeah,
each
in each,
course.
in each hole,
That's a long way from that one.
four or five, they say.
So do we want to prove it? Wait,
I
What?
see no negative.
Just a question,
Sure.
if it's at the guard shack, what can those personnel do with it? If somebody comes up and needs it, they could give it to them?
Yep, and I did check, I forgot, sorry. I checked with Weiser. Their guards are currently not trained in first aid and CPR, but Joe, the supervisor, he's a trainer, so he's gonna make sure that they are trained, but they'll have to give it out. I mean, it's no different than any other location, so.
My issue is the CDD attorney has said that all those people can do is observe and report. Right?
It's a good point.
Observe and report. They can't take any action for anything. So that's.
Well, we're not asking them to use the AED. If someone were to come, like in this
Right.
instance, they'll be like, here you go. And
That's what I think needs to be
Yes.
clarified. Do they
Yeah.
do anything?
we'll lay out the responsibilities. Okay.
To me, if you're saying they're gonna get certified so that they can use it, then they're doing more than observing and reporting. And that might have to be clarified with the attorney on whether or not they could actually operate the devices.
that's good point. It's a very
Good,
good point.
great point.
Yeah.
And y'all think
Legality.
about-
Tony was very adamant that they can only observe and report.
if you'd like post orders updated, just let me know what
And
the,
anybody else will be coming.
what the correct verbiage is, and I'll get those.
Okay.
Right.
I'll
Rich,
check
do you have a
Okay,
comment?
thank you.
Another comment on
No, I totally agree with what he's saying.
Okay.
And I also think about the technical level of,
Personally, I think they ought to be certified in CPR and everything else.
They-
They will be, yeah.
We gotta get-
but anybody else who comes up and asks me,
Marty?
maybe covered under
Yes.
this.
Good comment?
Who does the monthly inspection?
We can add that to
It's
their,
required to do a monthly inspection.
AED, yeah,
So
that's another.
the community association here has several locations where AEDs are. So I think they pay about $100 a month for each location for the monthly inspection.
really, I do ours.
So
Okay, I'll find out. I noted it.
Yeah, I wrote a note too.
A question, we're not taking on the responsibility of community association AEDs are about.
No,
No.
no, no,
We're only
no.
talking about.
No, we're talking about purchasing one for the guardhouse. That's it.
Good. I
That's
just
it.
want to make sure
Yeah,
that.
no.
You can inspect it more when you come over for these meetings.
I could, yeah. I could. I'm here anyway.
Yeah, she takes the shortcut.
No, I don't. I come around. I do. I come through the front gate.
All right, so bottom line, is it an appropriate purchase at this time?
Just a comment, after I saw how many AEDs we have on the list. I mean, they can't be everywhere and they can't be at the right place at the right time. This is speaking from someone who was supposed to have an angiogram this morning, but anyhow. I just don't see a need for another one. I really don't. That's my two
Well, the
cents.
only issue would be that it's at a exterior location within our development. What is the closest one to that? A
Yeah.
long ways away.
Yeah.
And which we'll learn in a short period of time,
Right.
there are barriers everywhere to get anywhere.
But I don't know, what are the chances of?
You know, it's how many, well, whatever.
Does it make sense for the rover vehicle, for there to be one in the rover vehicle?
Usually the boxes are marked.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boxes do have alarms on them. Yeah.
Open it up and it's an emergency
Just a thought.
distress.
Okay. So there's none of those anywhere in that area, right?
Just see it.
Is correct there. Every single box, it will have a GPS tracking system. It will give alerts to the dispatch center. And so whatever that AED will be belonging to, they will have like some kind of dispatch system and they will report to our local dispatch. And so the fire department, they will know that when it was open, they will be on the way immediately. Dispatcher will send everybody in, including a EMS supervisor. That is how the protocol are, how the protocol is. The other thing is, I still believe, I do believe, knowing James Conner, the battalion chief operations from our district, is agree with this fact, and actually it was his idea coming out with this. The way to respond to avoid responding on that 5 minutes mark every time we have an issue like this, because we only have 5 minutes to make that person to breathe again. After that point, the brain dies. It's nothing we can do beyond that point. And that 5 minute mark, if we can accelerate the time response. So in this case, it will be having a golf cart equipped to fit the marked car for the ambulance, all the equipment from the firefighters, from the paramedics, and they can transport everybody to that specific location where the emergency at. They will save easy 3-4 minutes in responding, because the timing they have to walk with all this equipment, 200-300 yards to go all around in some areas. You spend the 5 minutes immediately.
It's done.
Yeah, and it's over. I remember so many times I doing CPR and going through the defib position situation, and there's nothing I can do. I try to revive them. Sometimes I can make them breathe mechanically, but the brain is not there anymore.
So what do you think about the location of the gatehouse?
The gatehouse, I will say, if they only can observe and report, I don't believe they're gonna do anything else beyond that.
Because we're so close to the fire.
Because he's absolutely right. If they get out from the gatehouse and they fall with the AED in the hands, I guess we will be responsible, right? The HOA will be responsible for it.
Right.
They got hurt or something. If they're not supposed to do that kind of job, they have to have everything in writing to protect the board. That is absolutely number one, to protect everybody. And if they need to be trained and use that AED, they have to have a vehicle to respond, to be fast, to get to that location.
Well,
I would say,
do we need to table it?
I
No.
think, what?
Or
No, wait, let me say something first.
Okay,
Okay, look, I know we got a lot of them in this plan. And certain people think we don't need another one. I get that, but if you're the family of that person that's near that gatehouse in that area and there's one of these machines are not there, you know, that family is gonna say, well, what happened here? How come it took so long? In my opinion, I think we ought to have one there. And I'll go as far as making a motion to purchase one.
Any other discussion?
And maybe we'll never use it, but if we do need it, it's there.
There's a motion, is there a
Yeah,
second?
is
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
So that was GP and Rich.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay. All right, Rich, I think you've got a presentation on the incident that really
Yes, thank
started
you.
this.
Thank you, for the time, here. First of all, let me formally introduce our guest, my guest, our guest, and that is,
Yes.
Agent Sergio Lorenzo, is a highly decorated combat wounded special operator, battlefield medic. He is a FEMA Apex military agency agent, among other military specialties. So he's very knowledgeable about a lot of this conversation and this topic. He's been here 5 years in the community for a wide range of volunteer services and business. And he's a volunteer first responder in Fort Myers Fire and Rescue. So by coincidence, on April 28th, I received an urgent call from Sergio, him knowing that I'm on this committee. And he was within minutes of this 911 call on the collapse of this golfer on the Egret 7. So he responded because he was just a few moments away. And he witnessed some critical and time-sensitive delays because the ambulances did not have access to our emergency site. For fire and rescue and the paramedics to reach the victim, they were required to run with all of the medical equipment around Pond 9, which was about 200 yards to reach the victim. In an extraordinary action by our residents, they provided their personal carts to transport these medical professionals in and around Pond 9 so they could get to the victim. But there was by the way, Phil, y'all didn't hear, there was a retired physician that was within that team and was giving CPR and so forth. Sergio, in the meantime, was aware of the gate around the corner by hole 7, where there's a big transformer, but it's on tree line. And so him knowing our development, he, with his personal vehicle, led the ambulance around the corner with the Fort Myers Police Department to a gate to provide entrance for these ambulances to gain closer proximity, approximately 50 yards, to get to the emergency personnel and the victim. We are in a development that we're all connected. And you have to go, just getting from tree line, we crossed almost every property owned by PPCA fencing, the roads by GCDD. The fire department, the police department didn't even know about this exit. So the fire chief is a little concerned. The police chief is a little concerned. With leadership permission of Heritage, Sergio and I received permission and encouragement to do a tour of the entire property. And I'm going to ask Sergio to do a brief display because he's very, very familiar with his surroundings and hopefully to connect the dots for you, which will hopefully give you the impression why I thought this was an important, transparent, and an opportunity to recognize what we have here and how it affects every one of our groups. Sergio, you want to talk about the map?
Yeah. All right. So, I was just gonna do this way. This is off.
Right.
So we only will have I can put up the table, so you guys don't have to turn around.
So that's,
There you go. I will put it there. It's just nice and easy. Okay. All right. So very simple things. What I found out when I was going through the entire course, entire surrounding and boundaries of Pelican Preserve. I've been doing work in Pelican Preserve since 2013 with my own company, Power Pro. And that is how everything I start. And start getting meetings with the WCI guys and Lunar guys, trying to figure out exactly what they're doing here. And it was a key thing to figure out how they do it. Because they hired these subcontracts from other coasts, and I didn't know exactly how they're making these things to happen. So I want to make sure I will have all the information and knowledge to see how they do this stuff. So far, it is strategy gates. They have these. I think they got landscaping gates or fences gates, or whatever they are, and they are in very specific locations. And with the battalion chief, what he recommended, and I really 100% support him on that, is creating a map like this and show exactly where these gates are. In this case, the gate we're talking about on hole 7 is right here. The fire station is right here. The time response, this is only 100 yards. They could come here right here, and it's 50 yards to the green, and they could respond if they knew it. It was right there. They only know an address in Aviano Drive. That is why they will have to walk all the way around to get there. If they have a map like this showing the entire design of the course, they will reduce the time responding for them. It will help them tremendously. So that is one of my plans, is to create a map like this, so it can help the fire department, can help the emergency management, Lee County Sheriff, Fort Myers PD, everyone on board, so they will know the strategic locations. We have another gate back here with a chain and something like that, but it's so hard access to get to these tee shots right there. It's another difficult one to get access right behind.
So that's on the north end, the very north.
Yes,
Like,
so all the way towards the commercial area we have right there. Winn-Dixie right there, and we have the car wash and All-Greens and stuff like that right there, and Goodwill. So that gate is right there after that concrete wall, something like that they had there. That is the second gate, the one I was able to open for the ambulance, so they could shut down 3 lines, so they can get access in 50 yards, so they can evac the patient. We have another gate right there. That is from the utility gate, where we have all the utility stuff. Fire department knows if they can break in, they will do it, just to get access on these areas, because it's impossible coming from this way. Only a golf cart can get there. And of course, our back gate, all the way in the back, right there, in Prado Drive.
All the other dots.
All the other dots, the orange dots, they are damage, fences damage. We have a couple ones here on this side. We have multiple different locations. I have pictures of fences, that black fence, metal wire fence, they all damaged. And some of them, they are completely ripped up, open to the access to everyone to come in, including on this area. People can come in from the sidewalk, from outside entry line, and just jump in the course and walk through and do whatever they want and get out without being noticed.
I was talking to Paul yesterday. We have broken fence behind Prado, behind my house.
Yep,
And I mean, they just ripped it like you could drive a car through there.
unbelievable.
We don't know. I mean,
Don't know how it
Pelican's
happened.
gonna fix fence, but my issue is who broke the fence?
That is what we need to find out. And I wish what my study could be more
Yeah, there's several issues here. And
investigating on this matter.
So,
we'll talk it through.
if I'm not jumping ahead,
All these little red have circles. They are the most danger areas we have. So they will be the areas we don't gonna have access with anything, with the exception a golf cart. There will be no way from Palazzo Drive, Palazzo, and the entire Palazzo to get to these fairways or greens. In some areas right there, we have a lake on this side, but we have a Azura Drive. But the houses are so close together, the Carmack from the ambulance, it will not be able to get through. They will have to go around this way. Multiple different locations like these, they completely isolated by water. We have some preserves like these on Pistoia Drive and that hole number 5. Egret, I think it's Egret 5. This entire area is completely isolated. We have multiple different locations, but again, that is all come back to, I do agree, we have to have a IED in the gatehouse is a very good, everything about improving safety and life saving, that is perfect. But I do believe for these major issues where a 12-ton ambulance or 45-ton engine cannot get access to that. Not even a Fort Myers PD small SUV. It will be hard for them to get through this stuff without be stuck or breaking the concrete stuff and things like that, the concrete walkway.
Which affects CAD
Okay,
and PPAs and
Heritage, have they expressed an opinion on this? Because a lot of these are their
yes,
property.
they totally accept the responsibility of what occurs within their boundaries. Obviously, they're dealing with the case of the death and so forth and so on. But they're quote unquote, they have for a very long period of time been interested in some form of group, organization, committee, collaborative effort to be partner in meeting their responsibilities, but have problems with people trespassing because of the fences, climbing over walls, which was our issue as WCI. And as far as developing a cart to carry some equipment and or meet the fire, rescue, police, whoever at a location to get them to an area of danger. And it could be a wide range of things, lightning.
With access points and some of those access points would need to be deconflicted.
So
Like I just,
GSCD and Housing Reserve.
So I do have some pictures I was able to take it when I was went around. So that is gate 4 is over there in Prato Drive. So that is all the way back to that little driveway area for the gate 4. This one is the gate 3. I was nominated. The gate 3 is the one by the facility area right there. That is the gate 3. Fire department, they will easy cut that thing off, whatever the shiny will be in there and get access. That was the gate I opened. That was the gate I opened by hole 7 by the green. And I was able to get the ambulance to get access to this point right there, gate number 2.
Yeah.
And of course, all this is the access down here. I was saying by the T area from the hole number 7. It goes all the way back. It's such a narrow area. They will not be able to get through these areas. It's just very hard for them to get through.
Well, let's just talk through who's like roles.
This is a golf course problem. No. Well, if it happens on the golf course, it's a golf. Well,
It's
That
both.
part is
They're all
the fence.
the fence is a PBCA problem.
right.
Community association.
So I understand whose problems there are. I'm not quite sure why we're addressing it. We're not gonna spend district money, to fix a golf course for a PBCA.
Oh, understand that.
there's no monies being requested, suggested, or
Well,
anything.
they
It's-
make recommendations to us to spearhead things. Maybe what we can do is make a recommendation to them that they need to partner with the golf course and to set up a, I don't
Task
know,
force or
committee or whatever the appropriate
Yes.
forum
Golf's gotta lead
is.
this.
Pardon me?
Golf's got to lead this.
Eric,
It's on their property.
Eric last night was very positive on being part of whatever we
I'm
can.
part of it. He's got to lead.
Yeah. He needs to request, if he requests help, which what he has,
All right,
probably information.
so how do
How do we? What's
get everybody
appropriate?
to realize that Pelican Preserve touches every single one of our communities, subcommittees and whatever.
Has the golf course asked, PPCA on any of this? Or
Yes.
talked to them about-
Yes, they have, and the fences, he said,
And the answer was,
they're still not fixed.
what?
No, I'm talking about a collaborative effort just to share information.
He is in favor of
Deconflict
being,
any
he's in
areas.
favor of being part of a collaborative effort.
It's just part of it, but he,
Yeah.
he needs to
Well,
lead his effort. I know PPCA has got responsibility for gates.
The boundary fence, the boundary fence is PPCA.
Mhm.
It's on PPCA property and it's PPCA responsibility. Golf course is not under Pelican Preserve. It's inside it, but it's not, it's a separate, it's an independent entity. The declarations don't, the Pelican Preserve Community Association and our declarations have no oversight of the golf course. This is primarily a how to respond to emergency events on golf course property. If they need additional access or whatever, then they whatever they need to be facilitating that, they need to approach the
Right.
community association if
On that,
deal with that.
as far as.
Jay, I'm the most knowledgeable on who and the hell owns water land.
Yes.
And when we get the new GM, one of the issues that we've actually had is the current property manager never really understood what Pelican owned and is responsible for. When we get the new GM on board, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, part of my thing is to say, hey, you've got responsibility. EPCA has responsibility for this, and the board members don't even realize it either. And all these fence issues, clearing fixing the fences and stuff is really something that EPCA has to address and deal with. They don't realize it yet, because they don't realize that they own this stuff. Some of them don't.
Right.
But
Okay, as far as the committee,
the golf course, as far as emergency response to incidents on the golf course needs to be taking the lead on it and addressing that.
Right.
is it appropriate to have the GSCD point of contact where they can
Well, I
deconflict
mean,
any
if they want to
areas?
come up with maps of how to access certain things and have that available at the guard shack or whatever.
Share it with us.
Whatever, that's,
Yeah, share their plan.
share their plan. Yeah,
But don't wait for you guys to write the plan.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we can coordinate and collaborate.
Yeah, they weren't suggesting shirking any of their responsibilities. They wish that there was some form of communication group, team, when they find a problem or we find a problem, that we're a phone call away. Because we are a
Okay.
series.
Well, Rich, I agree with you. Listen, why would they call us about something that don't? Other than to let us know what they're gonna do next.
Because there's no access to,
And that is their responsibility to do that. Provide the access, not ours.
Okay, is there any harm in having a volunteer from the committee just to kind of liaise, flesh through the
Be
problems
perfect at that.
regarding it? Yeah, well,
I'll do it.
volunteer.
I'll do it.
I think we need an initial to kind of flesh out the issues.
Get it moving.
This
We
may
need to
be,
get them to say it's ours. at once.
Yes,
That's what we really.
this is digressing for a second, but most of you know, I was in healthcare my entire career. And we practice. Our outcomes are based off of that practice. We don't have a practice.
Right.
And our outcomes like this are gonna happen over and over again in a wide range of issues of drowning, whatever. If we have to be prepared. And if it's just simple conversations, different, just whatever, I'm willing to do that
okay.
because our outcomes are going to be based on that.
Does anyone have any objections on that? Or reasons?
And if it doesn't
You
work,
know,
I'll
if
let
it's
you
any,
know.
yeah, and if it's any issues, I mean, say they wanted to have an access point that actually bordered GSCD property. Well, you'd have to deconflict that on what cannot be done and so forth.
That's what.
Flesh out a map.
That's what the collaboration.
Yes,
That's all,
yes.
that's all I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, PPCA doesn't even know they're responsible for fences. I mean, with this group, there would be some.
They know.
Oh, no, I've been going around and around with them on that.
That ownership is not in question, as far as I know.
But
I reported a couple of months ago,
Yeah, they say it's us, we say it's them, they say it's us, we say it's them, and that's
and I said,
part of
no,
why
See,
it's
and
not
that's
yet.
just not acceptable.
All
I
right,
agree with that. We need to fix that.
all right.
Yeah,
Well, Rich, if you volunteer for that,
I
that's it's up to you.
I will let you know if it's working or not working. I'll report every month, 30 seconds.
Either they're willing to own it or they're not willing, and then we'll take whatever steps we
Got it.
You
And
know,
I, again,
you know, and if they
I'll
request, hey, we need some help here,
I'll
and if it's
encourage,
appropriate,
I will
we
encourage,
collaborate with you.
I'll encourage Eric to step up and take a lead.
Right.
And I'll be a facilitator
Right.
or an information guy
I
or.
think it's certainly share the help.
And you can share your experience, so forth.
I don't know.
That's up to PPCA, but you're right.
Mhm.
Emergency response team. I would be
Yeah,
appropriate.
that might be.
So we need to bring this
Can-
part
I
of it
think
to PPCA.
Now, can I participate as
Oh,
part of
you have
PPER? Okay, let me just ask a
Okay.
question. Can I participate as part of PPER on this little task force as long as we don't discuss anything about safety and security?
I would love it.
That should be fine, because you're not there as safety and security, you're there as people.
Yeah, I just want to be really clear and
I
transparent.
would love that.
Okay, then I'm happy to help you out or participate as part of.
Nor are you committing district funds.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, that's what
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah, I
not
need to
committing
make that very
anybody's
clear.
funds.
Yeah, there is no district involvement in this at all, outside of you.
Well, thank you
When I
all for
look at this,
listening
it's
and
very, it's
having a debate.
complex because we've got a private golf course, you know, bordered by
it's
reserve
encapsulated
community
within all of us.
with private roads running through it.
And you've done a great job of synthesizing.
Yes.
Oh, this is a
Read
great
that
map.
I think
You
it
know what's
needs to
wrong.
be kind of fleshed out a little bit. Eric, you know, reach out to PPCA.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
will
can-
encourage him to do that.
I go through Perry, who's our
Okay.
liaison with our team.
I was
here.
hoping he would be
I thought
here.
about
He's
that
usually
too.
here.
Yeah, he is usually here. Maybe
Yeah.
have another meeting,
We'll
who
talk that
knows?
through and get this started.
Okay.
And we'll see where it goes as
Yeah,
far
thanks
as
very much.
committee involvement. I see a lot of
For money.
Needs to be done.
deconfliction without spending funds, you know. And if they've got an idea, you know, you can bring it to the committee. We can discuss
Yeah,
it if
and
it's appropriate.
the battalion commanders can be involved. The police department will be involved.
Yeah, they had
He's
concerns.
gonna be a member of the Lee County Sheriff starting July, so he's gonna be represented there too.
An area of deconfliction for sure is like, you know, that gate, that should have been locked. The exterior gate should have been locked.
Thank
But
God it wasn't. Thank God it wasn't, because
Yeah.
That gate that they came in,
I have tools to open, but.
Yeah,
that was installed because there's an FPL switchgear right there. And they have to have a way to be able to operate that switchgear. So to operate the switchgear, they open the gate so that they have their access to.
They usually lock them with their FPL locks, though, which is, yeah,
Surprised it wasn't.
Yeah. because they lock us out all the time and we're cutting their locks off all the time. so.
okay, is there any,
They have such a long pole and they need some place when they open doors to have that pole to pull out and pull in. Or the
Sure.
precision is messed in it.
yeah, I feel we need to,
Last thing it was here, I don't know if you want to show you, but
But I
that,
think
I
the
think you already
emphasis,
know about the fences issue, right? Yeah.
but the emphasis
And they took
needs to be that the golf course needs to develop their
Their
own
own
emergency
plan.
response plan.
And he admitted that.
they want to, you know,
Yeah.
collaborate.
And we can collaborate.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's their plan that they have to be responsible.
He even volunteered last night that we've got to figure out some type of special card or something like that.
see,
And have a call this, whoever's on duty that day, there's a call, they get in that card. But he's already thinking about, it. He's already thinking about.
At that point, it's that much emergency.
it.
All
I'm
right,
not
well,
gonna have, I'm not gonna have
talk
any
with Barry,
moment to
PPCA.
update on the cops situation,
On the what?
on the
I think it's on the
law
agenda
enforcement
somewhere.
watches. We're gonna cover that thing.
I think
Uh,
at the end of the
I think it's-
agenda.
It's like really the 2
Oh, no,
minutes,
that's speed monitor.
if that
Speed
might.
monitoring.
It's under your speed monitoring.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll get there.
okay, I just
Yeah.
wanna make sure.
Yeah, it's a little further down the agenda.
You're good. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you,
Oh,
Sir Joe.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
This man, he has been a major part of this.
Reports out on this on a monthly basis.
Yeah, I'll do.
Yeah, put it in quick hits, yeah.
It could just go under your, under
Member
your member
items.
items, just add it to your report.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
good.
whichever.
I just wanted to get this.
Yep, you just have to put it under your report that you do.
And they
Yeah.
presented to September.
What do you want to call it?
You just kind of have it all together. You can just,
Okay,
I'm, I don't, we can think of something. I don't know.
It's not right now.
I'm not feeling creative right now, sorry. I got budget on my brain.
I think it's an,
Numbers, numbers.
it's an important issue we need to kind of flesh out
Yeah.
and
Yes.
deconflict. Support when
Yeah,
appropriate.
this constant, like, we're not responsible for that. They say we're not responsible for that. It's
Yeah.
not gonna work.
Yeah, everybody's like, not mine.
Okay.
So, right. Okay,
That's true.
so I, if you're okay with me to move.
I'm okay.
All right, so I have your truck. It's actually here today. I drove it. It's in the parking lot. We got it much sooner than we were planning. When you guys approved it the last time, we said, yeah, looks great. He said 2 or 3 months we'll have it. And 2 weeks later, he called and said, it's here. So, we took delivery of it on the 7th. It's out there. We have a little tiny, about this big district logo on the front quarter panel with the, district asset number next to it. So the doors are wide open, the hood is open, and we put the orange and white safety striping on the back of it. But other than that, the truck is completely white, clean, whatever you guys want to do with it. So I have 2 questions for you. First, it does not have any kind of lighting or anything on it, like signal lighting. Did you want us to have that installed? I want to say the last time we did it was somewhere between $2,500 to $2,600 to have that lighting put on. We did not get it installed when we ordered the truck. It's not required. You don't have to have it. Again, it's your truck. So that's why I'm coming to you asking if you would like that. If you want to think about it, you can let me know next month. That's fine too. I'm thinking it kind of needs a light bar, but I can get some pricing and some options because we don't necessarily have to have the full out like flashing lights on the front like we have with our utility trucks. We can do something a little more toned down. So if that's the direction, if you would like lights on it, I would take that as an action item to get some quotes, to give you some options, and we can decide and get that installed. They can normally get the stuff put in within a week or 2 from whenever we okay it. So I would say by July, if you guys approve it next month, we should have it by mid-July.
What's signs on the doors here?
That's the next part, hang on.
We observe.
You're jumping, you're jumping my gun. So,
All right.
so light bar, yes, get quotes. So my next question is, I'm assuming you would like to have something that says Pelican Preserve on it somewhere. We didn't want to come up with any type of a design. We have your logo, so I can have that done for, do you want it on the door? What would you like it to say? You know, like, I'm coming to you guys for that. Well, I'm asking for input. What would you like us to put? How else would you like us to mark up the vehicle?
Well, why do we have to wait till next month to make a motion to do that?
So light bars, I gotta bring you back some costs.
Not to exceed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Why can't we just say not to exceed?
If you want to do that, that's fine. If you want to give me not to exceed,
If you
not to
can't
take
meet
it,
it.
you're on. Okay.
Yeah, right. So I'd like to make a motion to have the light bar installed, not to exceed $3,000, and put the emblems on the doors and number the truck and all the other stuff you need to do.
Second,
So is this an Pelican Preserve
Yeah, the Pelican.
sign or Gateway Services sign, or what should we?
Pelican Preserve.
It's Pelican Preserve, even though this is a security car that's driven around.
Feedback.
It's a P-PAC car, so it's not a
Pelican Preserve.
PCCA, so how do we distinguish?
I think we gotta be a little, I think it ought to say something like safety patrol again.
That's why we were gonna come up with something, but I thought I'd give it to you. I didn't know if you
Yeah.
wanted like safety.
But
patrol,
without the wiser
or-
name.
I would be just a little bit cautious about Pelican Preserve or the Pelican Road.
I agree.
Just,
Good points.
other people will think it belongs to the community association.
Uh,
And it's a community, why the hell are the community association buying a truck, type of thing. So something that says safety patrol.
Yeah.
When it's driving around the neighborhood with a light, orange light
Okay.
flashing or whatever, people know what it is, but I think it'd be nice to say Pelican, but I think we gotta be a little careful about what that might say.
Good point.
Yeah,
That's why we have the committee's points of view. to-
yeah.
We already have them now,
Good point.
and even if it says GSCD, safety patrol or
Put
something.
down, call Jenkins.
I have a little tiny, it's literally like this big little broccoli logo that says Gateway Services on the front.
Small.
It is small, and I just wanted to know how you wanted it marked. Like, what would you like the truck to say? So if you want safety patrol, we'll just put that on both, on the doors on both sides. We'll just
Give some thoughts.
safety patrol.
All right.
Safety patrol for Pelican Preserve provided by.
Well, it's actually provided by Wiser at this point, so if that ever changes, then we have to redo it. So, yeah, I'll just have them, we'll make some safety patrol. And just do black stickers.
Sorry, put Jay's name on it.
Okay, we have a motion.
Safety patrol on it.
Okay, everyone. We have a motion on the floor. Rich has seconded. All
All in favor?
in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay, so the motion, just to make sure, it was made by JP, Rich seconded, it was to purchase the light bars and a not to exceed $3,000. The safety patrol, George and I both have crickets, we make the numbers, we make the lettering, so we'll take care of that. I mean, that's like dollars, yeah. So,
Okay.
we'll take care of that.
You know,
We can all take a tour and look at it after I park as close as I could.
You know, on a side
Come and
note,
see it.
I have a problem with security as opposed to safety.
It says safety patrol.
Not like
Yeah,
safety
they don't
patrol.
say safety.
I have a problem with security.
Yeah, it don't say.
Oh,
safety.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love that.
I wrote safety patrol, so that's what we'll
Cross
put.
impression.
Okay,
Okay, good.
next item.
Here come crowd,
All right.
Jay.
It's that thing. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, this was fun, yeah. So I'm sure you all heard about this, the driveway. The concrete debris on the driveway, the vendor who was doing the work at the resident's house is taking care of getting that fixed. They just did or are in the process of, they got the quote from a paver. They were not comfortable doing the paving in the road. So they did request a quote to get the paving done in the road. They've approved that. I don't have the time frame yet for when that's gonna happen, but that will be fixed. So that's a zero cost to us. The contractors, he burdened the entire cost of the repair for that.
And I think there was a picture in our agenda packet.
There is.
Oh, yeah.
Quite a pile.
Yeah, it was,
It's so important everyone has to get permits, make sure it's permits.
yeah, there was no permit taken out for that.
Yeah.
If not permitted by
No,
city, by who?
City of Fort Myers.
City Fort Myers.
Yeah, there was no permit. So that work came to a grinding halt as soon as we
Yeah.
called them.
Can't tell you how many times that, a person hires a contractor to do a job,
Right.
supposed to get the permits, but they
Yeah.
don't. Bottom line, it falls on the residence owner
Yeah.
to make sure that permit is taken out.
We have a bunch of pictures. Yeah, there's quite a few.
All right.
So the other one was the sidewalk issue. We're working through that. Paul is working through that, getting that taken care of.
Which is not exactly.
Great, rental, 9243.
I think it was a third.
That's at the other end of the street.
They think the city of Fort Myers did it, when they were doing some utilities. So utilities work is we're working through that with them. And it's like Paul said in his update here, if it's not them, we'll make sure that it gets,
So Laura,
we'll make sure it gets corrected.
go to the second picture. Okay,
You just want to see yourself?
The tracks.
so here's the issue here is that I think the sewer line to the house.
can see it
next
right-
door, the house to the
Right
right
here.
might have been damaged by the excavator driving over this. sidewalk.
Wow. Wow.
City of Fort
You understand what I'm
Myers.
saying?
Yeah, city of Fort Myers issue, not us. So if they had an issue, they need to contact the city if that happened during that excavation. I mean,
Well, I know the people that live there are very elderly and they didn't answer.
okay,
Um,
but yeah, unfortunately, that is not on the district utilities, that's city of Fort Myers. But we're working through it, trying to get it fixed.
Okay, all right. Next,
Rich,
you're up.
Okay, first of all, we have all 6 shifts filled regularly. They have been very busy officers. There has been a dramatic enforcement of Trieste in particular, because that's one of our worst now violations, 3-way. As an example, just the other day, out of seven stops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 received citations. A couple days prior to that, there was 8 stopped and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 citations, 2 warnings. And there were 2 warnings by the other day too. They're very serious and there's 1, 2, 3 citations. We were getting those. We were getting a lot of warnings. And I mentioned to my contact there that for a little more due diligence, that's all I said. That's all I said.
What about the speed data from the Honda?
Okay.
No.
We'll get there. That's next. I'm trying not to jump the gun here.
And everybody's complaining about how the cops are hiding.
Yeah.
That's the point, isn't it?
They hide very well.
Yeah. Well, and they're using that new stealth car. I mean,
Oh,
certain AR.
Beautiful cars they got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A little bit
yeah.
more,
They find some
camouflage.
interesting spots.
Uh-huh.
color.
I like them.
The hiring situation is probably my fault. I teach them a couple of tricks, so I know the area very well. They took that very serious.
Yeah, CC notified one of them because they have their lights on.
Yeah,
Sitting
yeah,
behind a
yeah.
bush and you could see the lights through the bush.
It's like, turn off.
So now they turn their lights on. Okay, as far as the traffic goes, it is very stable with the speeders. It's about the same.
Same speeders.
Same speeders probably. We haven't been able to catch them because when you have 27,000 vehicles coming through and you have 6 guys a month, we're still around 40, 45, 36, 47, 46, 50 that are going, over 30. But anyways, what is interesting is that almost consistently, mostly at Cypress Grove and Azura, there's been an increase of people going under 30.
Since we took out the flashing sign?
No,
No, it's still got the
because our
flashing
signs are
sign there.
there.
Oh, it's
Our
still
speed
there.
signs are there. So it's gone from 79 to 80 something, but 82, no, 77 to 79. So anyways, that was kind of interesting.
Still looks like it's kind of a low percentage of people though going over 35.
Yeah. And I
Which is
was
good.
telling before the meeting, there was a cop that was hiding behind the bush. There was a truck that went blowing right through the 3-way stop, went through the gate, and he zipped out and stopped and pulled him over in the tree line. And that did not count on our, because the stop actually took place on the tree line.
It was a landscaping truck, right?
I saw them stops one day.
Yeah, it might have been, but he said there was also an outhouse on the back of the truck. Would you say it was?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, what he got.
I saw a big landscaping truck.
Yeah.
Anything else, Rich?
Yes.
Okay. Jennifer, I think you've got some comments you want to make.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick update on PPERT. We are getting mobilized for the hurricane season right now. As of yesterday, I think our team is complete because they got passed by the PPCA. So we're getting organized, and I just want to keep you guys up to date with what's going on because we do have 2 connections. One, we have the gatehouse, and when we have the exit, the emergency, well, it's actually called the emergency entrance back in Prado. So I'll just keep you guys updated on what's going on, but
People will be able to use the truck when everybody vacates.
yeah, in fact, Laura told me right before the meeting that they're updating the forms that the people in the gatehouse have to sign. And as soon as that's done, she'll get me the URL so I can get it out to the team.
I think we just added something in there that they have to have a valid driver's license, because
Yeah.
well, I don't know if there's snowbirds here now, but they just have to have a valid driver's license.
Yeah, so all that's getting updated. Thank you. Okay, that was it. I just want to make sure people know that we're moving along.
Jennifer,
Yes.
tell them about that.
Tell them about
We're
what?
having our meeting on 11th.
Oh, yes, yes. And in addition, some of the neighborhoods are actually getting started as well. JP and I are the co-chairs for Prado Pistoia. So we're getting mobilized too with an organizational meeting coming up on the 11th. So, and then we'll make sure that the other neighborhoods, if they haven't already got started, started. If they have a team and want to do it, because they don't have to if they don't want to, that they, they know we're there and we'll just give them the information that they need.
And they're more than welcome to come and watch our meeting, so they see how we do it.
Yep.
All right. Ted?
I keep an eye on Facebook on Pelican Preserve for all. A lot of conversation, especially yesterday, and we know we brought this up before, about solicitation. There were posts yesterday, including photographs of young men soliciting back in Prado or window cleaning or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it's pretty clear, and I know Jennifer did a lot of work on this. It's pretty clear that people don't understand the whole story.
Yeah.
And we talked about some kind of communication. I think people really need to know what the guardhouse, what those people can and cannot do, what our restrictions are, because it's clear from looking at it that people are all over the place. They think they can go out and arrest somebody, and I just thought I'd bring it up because there was quite a bit of chatter, and when they included photographs, of these guys knocking on the door, people are concerned. Some people even signed contracts when they probably were talking to it and didn't really want to. So I just thought it raised it. I know it came up last month. I know Jennifer's done a lot of work, but it's out there right now, and I actually.
That's okay.
Yeah, I actually weighed in online and said I would bring it up to the committee.
It is a
Encourage
difficult
residents
issue.
not to participate. The residents turn them off, they'll stop it.
Yeah, just say, hey, I don't want any soliciting, go away. If it doesn't go away,
For a
call
non-soliciting,
the guard check. If it didn't go away then,
We're not,
Well,
though.
we're not though, because we did the research and there's nothing in our bylaws that say there's no solicitation.
Correct.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
We had 3 different people. Yeah, I looked through it. I asked Yanni to look through it, and then Terry looked through it. So 3 independent people looked through all of
what does
the.
it take to change the dots?
A lot, like, to get your docs changed, it's like
Yeah.
2/3 of the vote of the
Community.
community.
Yeah,
And
the-
it's a lot.
Expensive to go through all the legal stuff too.
the other
to understand
complexity is public roads.
I get
Yeah.
those calls pretty much daily.
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
I mean, you've got to have a permit to solicit.
right.
But a lot of the contractors go through, hey, they could be washing windows here and they say, hey, go down, see if we can drum up some more business. I talked with the Wiser site lead this morning. And he understands the problems. I mean, he knows he's working, but there was another, training also. With them to let them know, these are public roads, these are private. If you go into private areas, you're subject to trespass. No soliciting. And he agrees. He had a problem with somebody here last week that is no longer there. There was another complaint about somebody that had sold a piece of furniture or something. And the person came to got it, said, hey, they just waved me on through, didn't even slow me down at all or stop me. And so I mentioned that to him, and in fact, the site lead is there this afternoon to do some more training with people. And we know they have turnover too.
Yeah, technically, they don't have to ask for ID. You guys just request that. It's complicated because it's a public
Right.
road, so they can't
Yeah.
stop anyone from coming in.
Right.
So that's why I had a discussion. I always tell people, they're like, we live in a gated community. I said, really don't. You live in a community with a gate.
Right.
They're like, what's the purpose? And I said, it's a deterrent.
Right.
They have to let everybody in. They can't stop anybody from coming in. And that's a pretty regular discussion. And
As I
have
understand
probably
it,
3 or 4 calls a week. for that on that.
the gates can ask.
The problem is when they don't even have them stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends if there's a really long line, because I know when we had Stony Brook, they were in the same boat, and their guardhouse, gatehouse was instructed, if the line is like all the way up to gate, they just let them in. Otherwise they were stopping and asking too, and I think it's the same thing here. If it starts to get too backed up, they just told them to just let them go.
Mm-hmm.
But I get calls from residents, I said probably 3 or 4 times a week, asking, you know, and I pass them on. I send them to Joe. I just say, hey, just so you know, I got this. And he said, I'll talk to them.
Yeah.
So I don't blow them off. I pass it on, but I'm
I
just,
know.
we try to do our best to educate people too.
Joe Weiser says we need times and dates so he can
Yes.
address some of these. And a lot of times online, they just say, hey, I called them, you know, they said it went through, you know, like the hang up, they give us. But they
Yeah.
need times and dates so they can address who's on duty at that time. Right.
A lot of times I'll pull the cameras up too, because I have access to the cameras. If they tell me that these things happen and I'll look and I'm like, that isn't exactly what you told me. What I can see and what you said are not the same thing. So
That's cool.
that's another way too. And also, Joel can pull the camera stuff up to check and see what happened too. So we find that it's not always what they say. Sometimes it is. Most of the time it is, but it's not always.
Okay.
So what can we tell the community? What can we tell the community about solicitors?
We discourage it.
They should report it to the gatehouse if someone comes
Well-
in, I mean, but
If they report,
Access to
an incident report.
To the homes. You know, they don't have access.
Wait, I have a concern about reporting to the gatehouse. Because if we say report to the gatehouse, there's then going to be an expectation by the residents
But
that
they'll do
people
something about
will
it.
do something about it. and
true.
They're not gonna do it.
They should actually
Can't
call
do
the
anything about
police if they're there without a permit. They should call. the police.
Exactly. If they think there's a crime being committed, then they need to call the police.
Solicitors have to have a permit.
But is a solicitation a crime?
Without a permit,
Without
yes.
a permit. It is
Without a
crime.
permit? So you need to ask the person who's at your front door,
For
do
the
you have a
permit.
permit?
Right.
And you shouldn't agree to anything.
If you don't participate, they're
If
gonna
you
go
don't
away.
participate.
That's right.
then
Yes.
They're gonna go away.
I've been to my house and I just said,
Yeah.
go away.
I have a little sticker on my door, and I see people walk up, look at it, and turn around and walk away.
Okay.
So-
No solicitation? I mean, everybody should have a sticker? I mean, what can we really do?
No,
I
Remind
think we have to
people to
be
do that?
simple.
well, it's really not abused. I mean, I rarely have anybody come. They do come,
Yeah.
but rarely.
Yeah,
Dryer vent
I think-
cleaning, roof cleaning, window wash. I mean,
Right.
you just discourage them and they'll stop coming.
Right.
Should I answer
Um,
with my shotgun?
Probably not.
You answer the door, I'll answer out.
My recommendation, after doing all that crazy research, is that we should let them know that there is no solicitation. I'm gonna say double negative. I don't want to do it. We do not have anything in Pelican that says it's, they can't solicit,
Correct,
but it is a law
that they have to have a permit.
that they have to have a permit. So, I think we just need to clear up what's true and what's not true. One, and then two, if they don't leave, and they all seem to leave, because I get these people too, I just say I'm not interested, and they walk away, they're very polite. But somehow we need to word it in such a way that says, if somebody comes, if you're concerned, ask them to see the permit. And if not, tell them, you need to have a permit, I'm not interested. You know, and if they're really concerned about the legality, call the police.
Critique it, that, because she did all the research.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to work.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing I think we need to do. Well, because I was trying to write post orders, and so
Yeah,
I wanted to
right.
have all that background. And so I think we should keep it really simple, to the point. And
Pelican
not-
Reserve is not a no solicitation.
Yeah, I know. How about we say that?
Yeah.
You're good at wording these things, so,
I know.
Well, okay, we'll put something together.
yeah.
It might be something that should be added to the new resident orientation too.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is Marty.
Hi, Marty.
So yesterday at the Board of Directors meeting, Dave Hamilton reported out that somebody came up to his house to solicit window cleaning.
Yeah.
He told them that, hey, you're not allowed to solicit here. And what they did was they went to the next house.
Yeah.
That's just the fact.
I know.
Especially each individual homeowner.
I was just saying, I don't know that we should put in there that there's nothing that prevents us in bylaws of soliciting, because as soon as
Okay.
you put that in there, people are gonna say, well, why not? Why don't you go and change it?
Okay.
You're just opening
Maybe PPCA can develop a rule.
I think I'd let that part of it out. you know,
Okay,
but-
I just thought maybe what we should
Yeah,
do
I mean, I
is,
know it's a fact, but then people are gonna say, well,
Why not have the force of law?
let's change
Let's
it, you
just-
know, and then.
okay, just talk about the law.
Open a whole other can.
Okay,
If
that's
you
a
happen
fair
to get a
point.
solicitor, you know, you can.
Reinforce it at the president's meeting, if they get passed at the president's.
Okay,
So
that's a fair point. Thank you.
There's a lot of places where the state laws have superseded things in our declarations, so the.
Yeah, and it is state law as
State
well.
laws on solicit and city ordinances on solicitation probably supersede anything that's in our declaration. So,
Okay, maybe that's what we should talk about. Okay,
see,
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
All right, anyone else? Any comments? Any other issues?
One other comment, only because I now have a small dog and walk over here by the big park. There was an incident where one of the alligators actually tried to go through the fence of the big dog park. And this morning I was over there and there was a couple walking like a 15-month-old child right around the edge. And here's an alligator coming right towards them. And over here, there's a sign, beware of alligators.
To feed
Do
them.
we need to put a sign over there reminding people, because it's just like, I mean, this kid, I mean, you know, it was like from me to Jay, away from it. It was down over the seawall, but I don't know.
somebody did bring that up, there's probably something for the ponds, that there was some lawsuit somewhere that, some homeowners association or something got sued and was found liable because they didn't provide adequate notice of the danger.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, really.
Here we go with that common sense. issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you have a sign.
So that was by the dog park,
With their wall signs.
by the dog
But
park.
that's-
Yeah, the large dog park.
Yeah,
It
by the
wasn't
large-
in Spanish, so I didn't understand.
Really?
Okay,
I mean, they have the sandy beach there. You know, I've taken my grandson there, you know, a lot of people do it, but you know, I mean, it's just, again, common sense.
At least
You
there
don't-
is T-ball.
Yeah, but still, they get that false sense of security that it's not gonna come after me, I guess, or something, or, you know, alligator's not dangerous, I don't know. But anyway.
I wonder if
I was
that was
gonna
the
ask that
couple
word.
I saw going down Prado about 2 weeks ago. They were walking right along the water
Yeah.
where people fish. And they had a little girl and mom and dad were just kind of trucking along behind them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wanted to stop and I was, I better not get involved. Maybe I should have.
we're in Florida, if there's water.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
Let's go.
Next meeting, June 3rd, 10 a.m. and the GSCDD boardroom,
Oh, that's to review the bid.
13240 Griffin Drive.
What's the
Discuss the,
purpose of this meeting?
That,
this is to go over the bids, to approve our level, you know, for the striking projects,
Okay.
for the road resurface. And then a few days later, it goes to HPAC,
and
and then it'll go to the Board of Supervisors
Yep.
on the 18th.
That way we can get everything done in June,
Yeah,
within a
that's fine.
2 week period.
Waiting into July, August.
No, I can't be there. I'll be up north.
Okay,
But if you're short of members, Jennifer, you call me, I can vote
well,
on
it,
the phone or whatever.
if we don't have we have to have a physical quorum, so if there's
Okay.
not even a physical quorum, it won't, the online doesn't count towards the quorum. There has to be people in the room. So as long as you have at least 4 people physically there, we'll
Okay,
be okay.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Ed,
Get your
Lynn.
man to give it to Bob. He can be you.
Jennifer.
I'm trying to reschedule an appointment. Who knows? I've already met.
Anyone else? We need another member.
Okay, I'll try harder to reschedule this. I have one at 9 and I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to get there.
It's there in time, yeah.
But
Oh.
I'll see if I can reschedule.
So
Okay.
no JP,
Wait a minute.
possibly no Jennifer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Georgia knows about it.
Rich,
Sorry.
are you gonna be at the June 3rd meeting to discuss the,
It's a Wednesday,
Yes,
it's a
I will be there.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll be
Out
there.
school
I will
or-
not be at the next meeting, but I've already.
Yep.
okay, this is
Okay.
important meeting. You gotta get
I'll
this
be
done.
this third, yes.
So as long as you have 4. you
Want to get the road.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
right,
still
road
try to get
striping.
there. I may be a few minutes late, but
all
I'll
right.
I'll try.
I have one more thing.
Yes.
I mentioned last year, and I'll repeat it today, that I will be leaving this committee at the end of your term. Okay, I have to scale down a little bit. So I'll present a letter to Georgia or whatever in October, November, whenever you want me to send the letter in.
I'm not even sure when my turn is, to be honest.
You can send the letter
It
anytime.
says unending.
Wait.
You can send the letter anytime.
Okay.
Yeah,
When
and
is
it was
this
on your,
last meeting?
that's, I don't know. I would have to look. Georgia keeps track of all that. Send Georgia an email.
I just re-upped for 2 years, I guess.
I think you
Yeah,
did, yeah.
Last month.
Yeah,
Not to
he's,
exceed whatever.
So I'm here for a long
the
time.
fiscal year ends at the end of September. So if you wanted to stay through the end of the fiscal year,
Yeah.
they re-vote on who's going to be chair and vice chair at the first meeting in October.
Okay.
So, you could either have September be your last meeting or that first
I'll have
October
all
one be your.
my last meeting.
Okay, just send Georgia that letter and we
Got it.
can get that all out there.
Rich?
You thought you were done with me. Go to the order, one more motion. And I make a motion for next year's budget that we budget for 2 new monitor poles, not to exceed $3,000.
We're gonna,
We've,
we're taking out, we're gonna be taking out signs and stuff, so there should probably be poles available.
Cool.
So good.
just to share the road signs, the height.
Oh, I'll need to look at them because the other ones weren't tall enough.
Yeah,
Well,
they are,
look at them, but that's something we can address. We're pretty well set in our
they are the same size, yeah.
budget, I think,
Yep.
right now.
It's going to the board. The high water mark is going to the board next Thursday.
Okay.
Are we
I know
gonna,
you're anxious and want to get ahead of it.
run the 26 budget bar?
Yes.
Sorry?
Gonna have a carry forward? 26?
It's only May, Bob. I don't know. So
You know.
if I don't, I haven't looked at it that close.
You know.
I actually haven't.
Yeah, we'll
This committee is the one I'm a little worried about. This one and Fonz, landscape, they always way under. So, yeah.
Okay, now, will somebody, start looking for my replacement?
That's why I asked you to send a
That's on
letter
you.
because that,
You
that,
resigned, you got.
I've already asked.
your,
Get anybody.
your official resignation is the authorization for us to pull the trigger to post. That's why I asked you. to
She'll
send
have
it.
the letter in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
All right, do we need to talk about June 25th meeting? Anybody
Sorry.
gonna be
You're
gone?
not gonna be there?
I'll be
No, Rick.
gone.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be here in June.
June 25th.
Mhm.
That's your regular meeting. Yeah.
That's 4 of them.
It's 5. Well,
Okay.
5, right? Yes.
I think
Yeah.
that's enough.
Is it? Yeah.
Now, do we have meetings July, August? I can't remember.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Especially
Have
with all the
issues.
stuff you guys have going on.
Yeah. gotta get through. We get through these big 3 big projects, striping, bike lane, road. Then things hopefully will calm down a little bit.
Some don't. I can't remember.
All right, if there's nothing else, do we have a motion
I motion to turn meeting.
to
I'll
adjourn?
second.
Okay,
Who was second? I missed it.
JP.
Okay.
JP.
It's 12.
All in-
All in favor?
22.
Aye.
All opposed?
All right.
Motion carries, meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.